All right. So we're just setting up the screen here. We're going to go live in a second. Just setting up all the channels. One more channel here. Here. So welcome everybody. Thanks for joining the Zoom. We'll be starting in a minute here as soon as the screen gets looks like we are live. It looks like we're recording, and it looks like we are here also on the app. So that is awesome. Invite the others, and it's going to be a beautiful session today on mindset, on attitude, on skill set, and what's it going to take for you as an entrepreneur, real estate agent, founder, business owner to really make this year count. We've been talking about goals and self-image. Now we're going to talk about mindset. Now we're going to talk about mindset, attitude, your beautiful attitude. So here we go. It's 12 o'clock. So we're going to start sharp. So welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. Thanks for being here. We're also broadcasting live. This is an educational session for all of you. And so hopefully you enjoy it. If you've missed the previous plays, the goal and self-image, reach out. We'll figure out how to get it to you. If not, thank you for following and thanks for being here. So let me just stop this other audio session that's going on. There we go. So again, welcome, and here we go. So today, like we said, we're going to do a quick review of goals. I'm going to do a quick review of self-image. Then I'm going to get into the attitude and decision making. Welcome, Sharon. Welcome, Bruce. Welcome, everybody that's watching the replay. So that's what I'm going to do today. A quick session on goals. What are they? What do they need to be? Self-image. Why? If your self-image doesn't change, things will not change. And then I'm going to talk about your attitude and your decision-making ability is really the key to get you to live the life that you want, to live the dream that you want. If you have not heard this before, well, welcome. I want to thank you for being here. Do me a favor, invite others because this can change somebody's life for the better, right? And trust me, there is so much going on out there in the mental health. There's so much happening. People need good information. People need good news. And if you can help somebody out there get out of the rut and get moving, you'll be doing yourself a favor, you'll be doing them a favor and their families. So invite others and let's get going. Welcome, Bruce. Good to see you here. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm just going to get the PowerPoint working and then we go. So here we go. Zoom is going to share. Here we go. So welcome again to the seminar with results that stick. And I do that on purpose every time. These are results that will stick. If you follow through and if you apply what I'm going to share with you, these results will work for you. How do I know that? Because they work for me. They work for a lot of my clients and they are working. They are delivering results. So the key is to take action on what you're going to hear. Again, briefly on day one, we talked about goals and what do you really want. In day two, we talked about self-image. And the results that you're having right now are not matching what you really want. And that's because the self-image on the inside has not changed. Now, and we talk about how that works. And if you missed it, it's all good. Got the replays, you can reach out and we'll set you up with a nice email so you can have it, all right? So there's a few people in the waiting room, so let's get them in. Now, today is day 3. And we're going to talk about decisions and attitude and how to make decisions with your positive attitude, how to really shift, right? So many underestimate this. And let's just start back with Earl Nightingale when he talked about attitude, when he had that magic word, And Bob took it a step further. So where is your magic word? Where is your attitude? Where is it really happening, right? So what I'm going to share with you today is the attitude that you have on your business is really happening. Whether you like it or not, whether you don't or not, it doesn't matter. Your attitude really matters, okay? And I'm going to share with you why. Now, this is page is this? Okay, this is my page book. So I'm a published author, coaching with Laura Langmeyer, been certified by Bob, and speaking on stages. So it's pretty cool, a lot of cool stuff. But really, today is about you. It's really about you, really not about me. Some of you may have seen this. If you haven't seen this, so this is a pretty cool way to show you that what you're hearing is legit. What you're hearing works. And it's going to work for everybody that really does the work. All right. You have to do the work for this to work. You got to do the work. And I'm going to share with you how it's working for me. All right. So let's see what's this about here.
Making it, investing it, like working through it. You can't just be sitting there reading a book. So very similar, Bob Proctor is very active about mindset, and that's what he studies. So we're going to do some goal setting and get you set to have an amazing couple days. I'll be right back.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Pleasure to be here.
So here we go. So that was an event in Reno, Nevada, where I'm talking to entrepreneurs, multimillionaires about masterminding, about setting goals and really growing, right? And with that, the way we do it, once they come to my community, we teach them thinking.
Hello and welcome. Welcome to Thinking into Results. Thank you for the support. Thanks for being in my community. This is about your mindset. This is about rewiring your mind. Everybody talks about mindset. Here, I'm going to show you how a step-by-step way to get rewired, to get to that next level. Number 2, eliminate sabotage. Most people don't even know it's a thing. See, as you're achieving and growing and becoming, your old self is stealing you back. Your old habitual behavior comes back again. And this is what we're going to eliminate. We call that self-image. Number 3, skill set and strategy. We get the mind rewired. We get you to really in a beautiful self-image. Now we got to get you some skill set and strategy so you can earn that more income, double it, 10 times it, 100 times. And number 4, we've earned the money. You're living happy. What are you going to do with it? Learn how to invest it. Thinking into Results will show you how. Click below, buy it. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for the support. Love you all. Peace.
Making it, investing it, like working through
Hello
it.
and welcome.
So here we go. Here we go. So again, I want you to decide today, because today is decision day. Today is you to learn that you got to decide on you. You got to decide on what's happening on your mind. Decide that this is your year. 2022 is over. You couldn't do it in 2022, and now we're in 2023. Decide that your mindset needs a little tweak. You want to market your business, you want to market yourself, you want to start monetizing, and believe me, you can do this. See, if I can do it, you can do it. But the key is, are you doing it? Is your mind there? Are you attitude-wise there? Are you waking up with all the energy that you need? Are you hungry? Right? Are you hungry? So I want to shift your attitude to wake up and be in this serene mode that you can do this. Because if you're not feeling it, there's something missing. You're not connected to that goal that we talked about on Monday. You're not connected to your self-image. You're not connected to your true self. But I want you to shift your attitude that this is the year that you're going to make it. This is the year that you're going to focus. Focus on what's important to you. This is the year that you're going to block all the nonsense that's been going on. And you're going to stop tolerating the inadequate stuff that happened. This is your year. I want you to decide. You have to make that decision. We're going to come back to this slide in a minute. So briefly, I'm sure you've written what do you really want on a piece of paper, because I've asked you to do that many times. But have you let yourself go? Is it really what you want? There has to be something you don't know how to do. It has to be something big. It has to be something juicy for you and something that you've never done before, something that's exciting. Now, when I studied with Bob, that's what we studied, setting big goals. Big goals, big dreams. All successful people have mentors. Who is your mentor? Who are you really following? And even if you have a mentor, are you following them? See, you have to become a follower before you become a leader. Some of you probably do have mentors, but are you following them? Are you reading their books? Are you reaching out to them? That's what I'm going to teach you. I'm going to hold your hand across the bridge. Never change things by fighting existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing obsolete. This is Buckminster Fuller. It's an incredible quote because a lot of you are struggling and stuck in the past because you're trying to fix yourself. No, we're going to build a new model by building a new goal, a new way of doing things. Don't go alone. Don't go, I've done this before. I've read this before. No, you haven't done it. And 2023 is here and you need to do it. This is the year. Build a new model. I'm going to show you how to do that. These are all the chapters in Thinking into Results. This is how the map is. Everybody asks, how do you do this? How do you do what? The how is by coming and studying. The how is by showing up and going through these lessons. This is the map. This is the GPS. You know, when you have a direction, an address that you want to go to, and you type it in your map, Garmin, or on your phone, this is the map. You go through these lessons with me. You might not need all of them. Some of you need one. Some of you need two. Some of you need the self-sabotage elimination. Some of you need to stop being scared to hire your first team member. Some of you need the attitude adjustment. Some of you need leadership so you can grow the team. I don't know what you need until I meet you, until we sit down and go through this. This is the map. So if you've been asking and sending me emails as to what is the how, this is the how. Thinking into Results. Now, briefly, we're talking about a C-type goal, about what do you really want, right? That's what we're talking about. And on Monday, we went into that in detail. So I encourage you all to watch the replay from Monday and see what that's about. Now, most of the people are on the left side thinking of their current results. They have some kind of results, some kind of income, some kind of thoughts about it, some kind of feelings, and they keep getting the same thing. And they go on this loop. That's why we say 95% of the people are stuck. We want to shift you. We want to shift your attitude. We're going to get your thoughts, feelings, and action to be in a whole different way. We want to think about what we want. That's the goal that you want. Then you want to feel how that works. And then we're going to take some action towards it. But between the thinking here, you're not allowing yourself to go there because your attitude is not right, because you don't make decisions right. So you don't even know what to think about. You can't even allow yourself the feelings to go there because there's some limiting blocks happening. That's where the lessons come in. That's where the classes come in. And then you don't take action. You're too scared. Hesitation, indecision, doubt, fear, procrastination. So with each one of these, there's a few lessons to help you build the blocks. That's why Thinking into Results, where's the book? Right here. Has a step-by-step on how to do this. But you got to do the work. You can buy the book, and if you just sit on your shelf, nothing's going to happen. It's going to be just like any other thing that you bought, and you didn't do anything about it. You got to buy the book, and you got to do the work, and you got to show up. You got to start showing up for you. Now, you're probably frustrated. You're probably thinking, I've got all the degrees, I've got all the programs, I've got all these books, I've got Laurel's books, I've got Bob's books, I've seen Kamal's talk, but really my results are not where they need to be. So, like 95% of the people, superior knowledge, inferior results. I know that because I was there. And I'm still improving. I get better every day. See, I had 5 degrees. Now I was like, why am I not earning as much as I want to earn? Why am I not able to give as much as I want to give? Because I had all this information. All this information, my intellectual mind, like my thinking mind, right? So it causes frustration, it causes blocks, it causes confusion. You probably have degrees more than me. Some of you all even have more experience than me in sales, in marketing, in social getting together, but the results are not showing up. We're going to help you unblock that. See, it's not about school anymore. It's a different way of thinking. It's about these paradigms that we're living in. And yesterday, with the self-image and connecting with the goals on Monday, we talked about to change these results here at the bottom, we got to build a new paradigm. To change the results, we got to build a new paradigm. What is a paradigm? A new habitual behavior, a new way of living, a new way of studying, a new way, new group of people that you're hanging around with. It could be family members that you have to let go, but you got to change your attitude. If you say, no, I'm not willing to leave them, well, then you're not willing to leave them. Some things we have to give up. You have to make room and space for the things that you want in your life. And you got to change your attitude about it. And that doesn't mean you let go of your family. That doesn't mean you let go of your job, but you change things. You start building little momentum, one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time. one lesson at a time. Let's get back to this picture here. Let's get back to this picture. Does your attitude today, everybody that's listening to the replay and everybody that's here, does your attitude today say, yep, I'm going to make it? I could see myself earning the money. Did you wake up this morning and write down your goal that I am going to earn this much this month? Do you believe that you can do it? Do you believe that you're going to make it? See, you've heard all kind of people. You've heard Laurel, you've heard Glenn Moshire, you've heard Bob Proctor, you've heard me, but it's your turn to believe in you. Do you believe that you're going to do it? Because if you don't believe you're going to do it, your attitude needs to shift. Now, I believe you can do it. How do I know that? Because my clients are doing it. Because I'm doing it. I'm learning how. And I'm going to teach you how. So if you wake up and you're all in indecision and in doubt and fear and so scared, it's not going to happen. But you need to decide today that this is your year. This 2023 is your year. You are actually going to grow up. You're going to become that man or woman who really wants to scale your business, who really wants to learn how to sell. You really want to sell yourself on you. I want you to focus. You're scattered everywhere. You're listening to seminars, webinars, getting books. You're not sticking to something. You got to stick to something until it works. But you got to have a goal. You got to work on the self-image. You got to change your attitude. And you got to stop yourself from doing the things that don't work. Habitual behavior change. We're going to teach you how to do that one at a time. We're going to build one habit at a time. Bob Proctor told me you cannot change more than 2 habits at a time. One is preferable. What does that mean? Let's say you want to start adding money to your business by making more phone calls, by making more sales. See, you cannot make 10 sales if you haven't made one. So waking up today or tomorrow and say, I'm going to make 10 sales, but you haven't even made one, it's not going to work. So we're going to make 1 sale tomorrow. And then we'll do it Friday, then we'll do it Saturday, then we'll do it Sunday. Then we say, okay, we wake up and say, we're going to make 2 sales. So we need to build the habit of reading a book at a time, reading a page at a time. You have to decide that you are going to stop tolerating inadequate behavior. You got to change your results. Where you are has to be not acceptable to you. Now, when I did that, that's when I found the energy. That's when I found the people that I need to help me do what I need to do. See, I don't need to do everything. I just have to have a want. And I have to change my attitude that I can do it. Believe me, you can do this. This is the year, 2020, that's going to make a lot more people rich by doing things in a certain way. You keep doing things in your old way, you're going to keep getting the same results. So decision is incredible. Incredible. And we talk about it a lot in this book, Think and Grow Rich, which is one of the book clubs that I teach. Now, I studied this with Bob. And today, we're probably going to have time to listen to that chapter from Bob on decisions. So I'm going to talk about it, and then I'm going to let Bob talk about it, so that you can see how powerful it is. This one idea that you can get today, if you're paying attention, it can really shift you. This is the year of opportunity. I'm going to skip the slide, but this talks about, this is lesson 2, because once we have your goal, we really want you to move into action. You know how to do things, but you don't do them. You know you need to work out, but you don't work out. You know you need to go to the doctor, but you don't go to the doctor. Now, you have to get yourself to do it. Now, you can't do it by yourself, so we're going to teach you how that works. Because your old habitual living got you in a prison. You're in your own self-prison. And we have to unlock this prison. We have to unlock it. This is also in my book. Once you start studying the material, once you start focusing on this decision-making, on this attitude, you start connecting with this higher side of you. The perception, the imagination, the memory, the will, intuition. Most of the people are stuck, including myself. I'm still stuck at this level, right? I'm stuck at this $1 million level. I want to go to the 10 million. I want to go to the 20 million. I want to go to the 30 million. I'm stuck. I don't know how to do those yet. I need to shift my thinking to go to this next level. I need to use this higher side of me that's available so I can move. Well, now, wouldn't that be a beautiful journey to go along with me? Because if I'm doing it, you can do it. Now, everybody's stuck at a certain spot, right? Doesn't matter if you're at 50,000, 100,000, no job, $10 an hour. You're at that level because that's what you're thinking. You have value in you, but we need to shift the inside for it. We need to shift the subconscious mind. A new habit, a new paradigm. You got to make a decision intellectually up here. You're going to make a decision that you're going to stop listening to the news. You're going to stop listening to negative media. You're going to stop listening that it's going to be a recession and a depression and sad. And so many real estate agents are not doing it well. Why? Well, there's so many others that are doing it. Same kind of people, same education. What makes them different? Mindset. 95% mindset, 5% strategy. So once we shift this mindset, once we shift the attitude, once we shift the decision making, and I'm going to get more into the decision making, the results will change. The results has to change. There's 2 lessons on this in thinking into results. As far as I know, if you haven't studied these 2 lessons, you're missing out, not just on money and wealth, you're missing out on life. Because with your perception, you're going to understand more what's happening around you. With your memory, you can remember more stuff. With your intuition, when you can read other people and really see how do they really, it's not just about money, right? It's more about living. See, with thinking about, you're going to start living. Imagination. I think we talked about that a bit yesterday, right? What if you can start imagining better things? Use that imagination that you have. That's like the God gift that we have. See, Van Gogh was asked, how do you paint all these beautiful pictures? He goes, I dream my pictures, and then I paint my dream. I dream my pictures and I paint my dream. So what if you can imagine something that you really want and then make it happen? Now, you don't have to do all of it. We're going to get all kinds of people to help you. You are going to attract them into your life. You're going to do it. You're going to teach. I'm going to teach you how. If you want to know really how the law of attraction works and law of vibration, this is the way. I'm showing you the way. But, and I said, you're fighting. Your current situation, this prison you're in, does not want you to change. As badly as you want it, it's not going to let you change. Not by yourself anyways. Takes a very, very strong will. So I hope I got your attention. And now we're going to get into that decision piece as to how attitude really can break it, make it or break it, right? And I want to get your attention, and I want you to feel how I feel as to how you're doing and how you're not doing, right? Because that's what it takes. It's almost like you get a jolt and it's going to wake you up. It's not just about listening to another lecture. It's not just about listening to another webinar. It's what you're going to do about it. What are you going to do about it? Decisions. So many will not make a decision even if their life depended on it. They're going to ask their mom, they're going to ask their dad, they're going to ask their boyfriend, they're going to ask their girlfriend. They're going to ask somebody that has nothing to do with their goal. See, you're here at a certain frequency and vibration, and you want something big. You want something exciting, a different frequency and vibration. But you're going to make that decision. That you're going to buy that car, you're going to buy that house. You don't go ask somebody that's never done it. You gotta be with somebody that's doing it. You gotta be with somebody that's thinking at that level. You gotta be with somebody that can teach you this. You want to know how it feels to be up here? You have to be with those kind of people. But not just being present, you have to be actively present. Do the work. But we want to do it with ease, right? We want to do it with love. We want to do it with joy. Now, wouldn't that be worth it? Wouldn't that be worth it? See, in this book, Think and Grow Rich, and I talk about it in mine as well, successful people make decisions fast. If you spend too much time to make your decision, you're procrastinating. You're allowing your old behavior to take over. And you don't reach the higher mental faculty, the imagination, the reason, and the intuition. You're letting your own results decide. You have to be at the end of your comfort zone. You got to decide to change. You got to decide that this is your year. This is your year to really break through. Now, I have a goal. I have many goals. This is one of them. And these are some of the top consultants in the industry. I decided that I'm going to be with these guys and girls. So I put a picture here so I can see it. I'm going to imagine myself there. We study together with some of these guys and girls. But I'm not doing as much as these guys are doing. These are like 7 and 8 figure earners. And some of them maybe are not, maybe these two, but these other ones are like, 10 million, 20 million, 100 million. They have, $200,000 clients. I just said, that's what I'm going to be, because we can help people, we can make a difference. So I'm imagining where I'm going to be. I put the picture. Remember what they told Van Gogh? I dream my picture, then I paint my dream. What are you doing? What are you doing? Now, if you have a booked an appointment, I want you to book an appointment so that I can help you with this material. So that's why the link is there, calendly.com, El-Rassi. So pick a time. The calendar has been adjusted. It was a little messed up the last week or so, but now it's fixed. So thanks for those who did book, Michelle and a few others yesterday. Michelle and Toby, I believe, did. So that's the link, calendly.com, El-Rassi. No one's left behind. Don't let yourself get stuck. Oh my God, it's going to cost money. And then never mind with that. The key is decision. I'm teaching you the decision. Decide if this information can help you or not first. That's the whole point. I'm going to see if we can help you. All right. So book an appointment. It's a beautiful coaching call. No pressure. To me, I just want to help you, because if I help you, you're going to help a whole other people. And then we're going to help a whole other bunch of kids, right? So my goal is to help a lot of kids. And that's what I want to help you, so we can help a lot of kids, help a lot of people back home. All right. So I want to be able to see you here. I want to be able to pass all this information to you. The information that most successful people have used, I want to pass it to you. And I want you to see yourself there. I want you to see yourself growing, right? Let's get back to decisions. This is a quote by Napoleon Hill, my favorite author. Those who make decisions promptly and definitely know what they want and generally get it. Excuse me. Leaders decide quickly and firmly. That is why they are leaders. So I want you to look back. How many times you haven't been doing it? How many times you just wait and wait and wait and wait to make that decision? Now, your decision could be a no. It doesn't need to be a yes to be a good decision. But you have to start learning to making good decisions. I'll give you an example. And it's frustrating to a lot of people. Even going to the restaurant, for example, and you're looking at the menu, and you spend 20 minutes, and the waiter or the waitress is waiting for you, like, oh, what do I want to eat? What am I going to eat? And you're going, well, no. You're being indecisive. You're procrastinating. Just decide what you want. Let your intuition guide you. You have to reach to that higher side of you. Your body tells you what you want, what you need. You just have to let go there. Now, if you operate with your old pattern, you're going to stay on the wrong track. And that's why we have to correct you. So if you want to become a leader, if you want to become successful, and success has many meanings, by the way. It's not just about money. There's different ways. You have to start learning how to make decisions fast, starting with how you show up. What do you wear in the morning? You ever seen people like they go to the closet and like, what am I going to wear today? And then first shirt, second shirt, they put something on, take it off, put something. No, you got to decide. You got to learn to be fast. The world is moving. And we study that. We're going to actually watch the video in a few minutes about decisions, once we get to a nice break point here. So in 85 years, Bob said he has never seen anyone that has achieved massive success without this mentoring system, without this coaching that you can really break through. This is a slide that shows you what it takes to work with me, right? Some of you have seen it, some of you have not, but if you have not seen it, basically to work with me for 6 months, and I'm going to spend 6 months with you, it's $6,997. You can do it with one payment, or you can do it with 2 payments. 2 payments is $3,997. 6 months, Kamal, and everything that I know is going to go with you. Now, this is where your body said, oh my God, this is a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money when you double your income. It's not a lot of money when you start selling 100,000 at a time. It's not a lot of money when you start selling $1 million homes. It's not a lot of money when you double your income. It's like $30 a day. Really, it's a small token of appreciation that I need for the cost and for my time to spend with you to help you. Now, if you see this is a lot to invest in you, it's because you have this issue that you don't invest in yourself. You got to learn to invest in you, in the things that you need to move you forward. Once I started to invest in me, and I'm going to show you this slide, things started to happen. You have to appreciate yourself enough that this could be the best investment you ever do in your life. The more you invest in you, in your mind, the better you're going to get. See, this is a proven system. This is like science. You know, 1 and 1 is 2, right? You're going to grow. This will guarantee you move. It's 100% guaranteed. And if you start 30 days later, you don't want it, take it back within 30 days if you do the work. It's guaranteed to work. For me, it's been the happiest thing I've ever done. And like I said before, I've had 5 degrees. So imagine how much money I've spent on certificates and degrees. This has been the best investment. And I studied with Bob Proctor, the one and only, and now with Laurel, and 3 others right now, other than Laurel. So I spent a lot of money in coaching. So you're going to get all that to help you achieve what you want. You're just missing 1 or 2 ideas. And I want to help you. Because the more I can help people, the more we give, the more we get. I want to help you. And I want you to imagine this things working out for you this year, 2023. Start hitting your goals, hitting your targets, start getting their effortless life, doing what you love. Now, wouldn't that be worth it? Wouldn't that be worth it? Again, this is another snapshot of what you get when you start working with me. 6 months, lifetime access to the lessons. You can use them, your family can use them. I even have some couples now studying with me. It's pretty cool. And you get access to all the book clubs. Here it says just Think and Grow Rich. It's actually all the book clubs. So you can, there's even now we have a sales club that we meet on Tuesday and study sales to help us selling, to help us grow the income, selling the service, right? Now, I also have half of my clients are private. So some people don't want to share, the things and what's going on. So I have a group, which is at a specific time, but then I have private. Now for private, I only have 5 more spots. That's for the next 6 months. So, but it's a 6 months time frame. So if you want to be private, there's one's going to sign up this week already for the first down payment. So there's only 5 spots. It's not a scarcity thing. It's just a time thing. I cannot give a lot of time. So that's why I have a group. So that price that you saw earlier, that's for the group. But if you want private, we need to talk. We set a time based on your time zone, based on when you're available, based on when and I'm going to help you. And I'm throwing in another session here that's worth $1,000 right from the get-go. So either way, anyway, you're making a decision. We're in a decision chapter. Either way, you're making a decision. So here it is again. So you make up your mind as to how you want me to help you. And again, if you do the math, by the time you start, it's like 25 bucks a day. Just imagine you have everything I know, all my help for 25 bucks a day. And then you're going to have the material for life that you can use to help others, your family, your cousin, your uncle, whatever it is that you want. So book an appointment. And if you're listening to the replay and you're still confused, just reach out. No one's left behind. We'll figure things out. We even have a financial arm now that actually helps finance people to get some financing, because this is educational, right? And if you have a business, this is also training for the business. So this is all claimable, tax deductible, all that good stuff. And there is a financing arm that would help you get the funds if that's needed. Now, I'm going to share with you the video from Bob, because that video is a 5-6 minutes that can really change the course of your life on decision making, and why, once you figure this out, you would know why you are where you're at. You're probably starting to see the light. You're probably trying to say, man, I am where I am because I haven't made enough decisions. I am where I am because nobody told me this. My dad didn't tell me this. My uncle didn't. See, the 1%er, if you want to become a 1%er, now what's a 1%er? That's about $870,000 a year. It used to be 400,000 or 376. With the inflation and the cost, now they're saying it's about 870,000. So if you want to join that elite few, if you want to become successful with money, not just with health and wealth, with also money, right? You have to start working the mind. You have to get this mentorship. And the 1% makes these decisions quickly based on intuition. You know in your heart of heart that the material works. You know that I'm telling the truth. You feel it. Because I come from a place of trust, right? That's me here, me and Bob. Now I remember this lesson. I actually have the video. One day I'm going to share it with everybody, but I don't have access to it at this moment. It's pretty cool because that's what he taught us. And now that legend is gone. Like the opportunity is gone. Like there's no more studying with Bob. So you can either decide, make a decision that this year you're going to get a whole lot better, right? You're going to decide, let me get the laser pointer here. Decide that you're going to get a whole lot better. You see my laser? A whole lot better. Not a little bit better, like a whole lot better. Like I want you to soar. Like I want to be able to not see you next year. You're going to be so far away. You're going to be on your own plane. Because either way, you're making a decision. You're either going to get a whole lot better and you're going to be with a group that's really growing, or you're going to be in this mode, getting a whole much worse, or you're going to be barely surviving. Either way, you're making a decision. Either way, you're making a decision. And I want you to get better. I really want you to get better. Okay, so we got to get the mouse out. I'm going to share with you the video now on decision making from the one and only Bob, all right? So let me just set it up. In the meantime, if you have a question, you can ask while I bring up the video. Good to see you, Bruce, today, and Dean and Shavin. Thank you so much. Okay. Any questions before I play the video? It's a 5-6 minute video. We're good? All right. Love it. This is one of my favorite ones. And this one by itself, maybe about $3,000, but so it's all good. So here we go. Enjoy. I'm sharing sound. So we're sharing sound, we're sharing screen. So this is decision making. This is why you have to learn how to do this. This is why your attitude needs to shift so you can learn how to make decisions. All right, I still have a little bit more on the attitude part, but this is decision. This is the summary of 150 years of science and psychology, right? It's all in here as well. So if you haven't gotten my book, get my book, all right? I love this lesson. Here we go.
Anyone that has ever studied any of Napoleon Hill's work knows how important decision is. Very, very important subject. Here's one of the biggest challenges you face in regards to the principle of decision. It sounds like this. I'm going to do this as soon as I get the money. I'm going to do this as soon as the kids finish school. I'm going to do this as soon as I get the promotion. One idea after another. The decision is not executed. Why is it that approximately 90 or 90-some% of the population stay there? Well, Hill found out through a survey of over 25,000 men and women who had experienced failure. They experienced it because of lack of decision. That was the major cause of their failure. They weren't making the decision because they couldn't see how it was going to happen. The people that were making the decisions, they didn't see how it was going to happen either. They just knew it would. Do you know, anyone that has ever studied any of Napoleon Hill's work knows how important decision is. He wrote an entire chapter on decision in Think and Grow Rich. Decision was one of the principles of success. Very, very important subject. A lot of people don't understand it. We don't teach it in school. You can go right through our educational system without ever learning how to make a decision. And strangely enough, parents wanting to protect their children make their decisions for them, sometimes right into adulthood. So the person never learns how to make a decision. Now, in the very first page of the decision chapter, Napoleon Hill pointed out very clearly that successful people all make decisions very fast, change them very slow, even when they change them at all. And he pointed out the people that have trouble with success make decisions very slow and then change them fast and often. There's something about decision we should understand, and I think it's brought right to the surface in the story of Henry Ford and his famous V8 engine. You see, when Ford decided that he was going to produce his famous V8 engine, he chose to build the engine, the whole 8 cylinders, in one block. He called all his engineers and he told them that he wanted them to lay out a plan on how this could be done. Write it all out for him. So the engineers did that. They come back and they told him, to a man, they all complete agreement it was impossible. This could not be done. I loved Ford's response. He said, do it anyway. Now think of that. Here's a group of engineers. They've laid out the plan on putting 8 cylinders in one block. They said it was impossible, it couldn't be done. And Ford said, do it anyway. Now, why would he say that? Now, as the story goes, they went away and they worked on it, and they come back, same conclusion. It couldn't be done. He said, do it anyway. Now, think about this for a moment. The engineers were employed by Ford. He was the one that was signing the checks. He said, do it anyway. Were they going to argue with the man? So it went away, and they keep working on it. But you know, and I know, that he did put the 8 cylinders in one block. You see, the only prerequisite to making a decision is, do you want to? As you study, and as you get into all of Napoleon Hill's work, you will know that all these great achievers, like Edison, like Ford, they built the image of what they wanted in their mind. They became totally relaxed. They got that image very clear in their mind. What they were really doing was turning it over to infinite intelligence. And infinite intelligence then would feed the answers back to them. Now, they may not have been able to articulate exactly what was happening. We're going way back 50, 75 years. Today, we know that. At least some of us know it. Not everyone knows it. When you go to make a decision, think of Ford and his 8 cylinders in one block. The wise ones couldn't be done. All the engineers couldn't be done. He said, do it anyway. You don't have to know how to make it happen. You just have to know you're going to make it happen. So when you make a decision, bang, that's it, and there's no going back. You don't change the decision. You may change the plan, which we'll talk about later, but not the decision. Be decisive. Make your decisions fast, change them very slow, if and when you change them at all. That is what Napoleon Hill found all the successful people did. You are on a program of success. You do it too. The great decisions, which served as the foundation of civilization, were reached by assuming great risks, which often meant the possibility of death. Socrates' decision to drink the cup of poison rather than compromise his personal belief was a decision of courage. It turned time ahead 1,000 years and gave to people then unborn the right to freedom of thought and of speech. Get out your notebook, write decision in capitals at the top of the page. And then I'm going to use this principle of decision in the following way. And then finish that sentence in your notebook. Don't overthink it. Just tune into your own powerful intuition and record on paper what comes to you. Do it now.
Very cool. So wouldn't it be nice to actually get all that information and really have it solid? Like you're on the right path. You're thinking at the right level, but you gotta take it. You gotta jump through, right? So let's get back to a couple more slides. There's a couple more slides that are really key, and then I have a few more points on attitude. We're gonna finish on time today. So here we are. I believe we were here. All right. So you get this right, and I'm not just talking about money, right? I'm talking about all areas of your life. And imagine, right, you can get the more money. Imagine that you're going to have more life. You're going to have more philanthropy, spirituality, business. And this is the wheel of life that you have to improve to start living happy, healthy, and wealthy, right? This is what we do. This is what thinking is all about, is to get you to have more life. But how do you have more life? Improving your finances, your health, your family, your romance life. All areas, I have different, the private clients, everybody has a different need. Some are in the spirituality side, some in the relationship side, some in the business side. Then we also have the group, right? But I want you to bet on you. I want you to bet on you this year because you are here for a reason, right? You want more and you're hungry. You want to break through and you want to know how it's done. And how did I do it in 13 months being with Laurel? Now I have a book. I'm speaking on stages. I have another book that's going to come out in 2 months. How do you speed things up? How do you improve your network? It's not just physically being there. That's the first step. But then we're going to get you to get through the knowing doing gap. So you can become the man or woman who you want to be. You have to make a decision. This again shows all the access that you get when you work with me with Thinking into Results, 6 months, 12 lessons, lifetime access, interactive coaching session, and all the book logs, right? All the book logs, not just some of them, all of them. We're going to skip through this one. This was from Bob's. So that's what it is. And, here I show DVDs and CDs, but you're actually going to have all these on your phone. You're going to have it on your iPad. You're going to have it on your computer. You're going to have it in any format that you want. But you're only limited by your imagination, right? You're only by your attention and your imagination. You have to let yourself dream. You have to let yourself go. You have to let yourself start changing that attitude and decision and do it in a group. See, we have this poverty of imagination, and that's a higher mental faculty that we need to learn. Now, this is what I've been imagining, and this is what's really happening. Right? This is not to brag on what I've done. This is just to show you that if I can do it, you can do it. This is coming up in February. The same mentors that I've been working with, now I'm going to be speaking on their stages. How is that possible? Because I'm doing the work. I figured out the formula. I know the path. These are some amazing people. You can have your chance too, to multiply your income, to multiply your investments, to start really becoming more productive. Literally, we're looking at 2 more investments now, and if we're going to have it. So this is just to show you that you can do it too. It's in front of your eyes, but you're not making the right decision. You're not taking the steps. And I know anytime we think about investing in ourselves, we get scared. You get scared, and it's normal. But 6 months from now, you will need a telescope to see where you're at, with how you feel, how you behave, how you wake up, how you act. You will need a telescope. And that's not a far-fetched. This is real. Now, what's going to happen next? I'm going to summarize the attitude and decision. But I want to mention this that on Thursday at 2 p.m., we'll have the open mastermind meeting that's open for everybody. And that's when you can bring your question. Tomorrow's session at midday is only for those who booked appointments and are ready to, put the down payment and get started. We'll have a small group. That's tomorrow at 12. But at 2 is the normal mastermind. So, and again, no one's left behind. We'll figure it out, okay? We will figure it out. Now, I want you to know, I want to give you the recipe for, how to get your attitude straight, how to get that magic within you to happen. And I left it till the end now, and I want to share with you a few points. How do you start becoming to act, feel, and how do you do it? What's step number 1? Like if you want to map, what's step number 1? It begins on the inside. It begins on the inside of you. I'm going to have it right here. Attitude is at the beginning of every task. You got to expect the success, and you'll see the success. And these are not my words. These are words that came from El-Rassi, who taught Bob, who taught me, right? So it's at the beginning. That's step number 1. You have to see it. And if you don't allow yourself to see it, it's not going to happen. Number 2, attitude toward life is what determines life towards us. So what's happening in your life is how your attitude has been. So if you're not happy with your results, you just have to ask yourself, what have I been thinking? How can you stop yourself from being negative? How can you stop yourself from not having the right attitude? You have to learn. You have to shift you. You have to get to this positive side. Number 3, it's impossible to succeed without the help of others. It's impossible to succeed without the help of mastermind, without a group. If you think you're going to get to the multimillionaire level by yourself, you're dreaming. You need help. You need a group. You need a mastermind. You need a community that's going to help you grow. Number 4, you must become that individual you wish to become before it happens. So you have to see yourself there before it happens. So if Bruce wants to speak on stages or wants to mentor 1,000 people, he needs to see himself there before it happens. You see it happening, and then it happens. You see it happening, and then it happens. It's not going to happen before, but you are denying yourself from that image because the limitation, because of the limited imagination, the limiting blocks, which we're going to clear up with Thinking into Results. Number 5, the higher you want to go in life, the better your attitude needs to become. And there's no limit. Like there's no limit. There's 1 million, and there's 10 million, and there's 100 million. And I say numbers because we can measure. But it's more about, rising in awareness. There's no limit. Number 6, your mind, your beautiful magic mind, your marvelous mind, and we talked about that a bit yesterday, can only hold one picture at a time. So what are you focusing on? Do you have a goal? Do you have a goal that you're thinking about every day? Do you see it happening? What is your attitude about it? Do you think it's going to happen, or is you're doubting yourself? What are you willing to do to make that goal happen? See, your attitude matters. Number 7 or 8. You gotta stop talking about negative things. You gotta stop talking about your bad health. You gotta stop talking about what's not working for you. Forget all that. You worry about the mind and let the doctors worry about the body. No negative. No spread negative news. Don't listen to anybody negative. If they're negative, just get away from them. If they're family members, say thank you very much. We'll see you next year. Don't spread negative news. You have to start radiating the attitude of well-being. So when people see you, I want to speak to those who are here and those who are listening. When people see you, they have to see and feel that you are well, healthy, happy, and radiating this positive energy. You have to radiate it. And it's not going to happen overnight, but it can happen. That's the recipe. What we study with Thinking into Results teaches you that. I didn't understand that before. Like, how do you do that? Well, that's how you do it. I'm going to show you how. This was the last one. Well, I like this from Earl. Treat everyone as if they are the most important person in the world. How do you learn this attitude adjustment, this change in decision making? To treat everyone in the world as if they are the most important person, because they are. You are the most important person to you. So to that other person, they are the most important. So can you adjust and start treating everybody as if they are the most important person in the world? That could be the teller at the gas station, at the grocery shop, at the pharmacy shop. Everybody, stop making quick reactionary adjustments based on what you see the first 10 seconds. Treat them as if they're the most important. How do you do that? We're going to teach you how to do that. Thinking into results is the key. I love this system. I study it every day. We study once a week in the group and private. Some of them are 1 hour, some of them are 2 hours. But I want you to really bet on you this year. Don't bet on me, bet on you. I'm going to help you, but you have to bet on you. And I want you to know that just like I was raised in a very small country and I left because I bet on me. When I left Lebanon, I was betting on me. I knew there was something better for me. And after 22 years and 5 degrees, I found a way. And now you can have it, but you have to bet on you. I'm going to teach you how to do that, right? An environment that you're in matters. It doesn't matter a little bit if you can shift your mindset, but environment matters. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to really write this down. If you haven't written anything down, bet on you. You have to start building that responsibility. We need to bet on you. People have to see and resonate that they can trust you. They can depend on you. You have to start depending on you first. I know in my heart that when I left Lebanon, this was a sad day, that I knew there was more for me. And that's what happened. I just kept getting better and better and better. And I want you to get better. I want you to persist. I want you to persist until you succeed. I want you to have that, right? I want you to really see that you have to become that relentless person. You have to become that individual that really want to succeed, and you will succeed. You have to see it happen before it happens. In one of the quotes, I don't know the exact words, Napoleon Hill goes, I see only the objective, and all obstacles must make way. So you have to see yourself succeeding, but that's an attitude. That's a decision. See, when I left Lebanon on a boat and came to Canada, it was $300. I had nothing. I left everything. I made a decision that there's going to be something better, and it kept getting better. But after 22 years, I figured out that mentorship and coaching is the way to go. And in the last 3 years, you saw the slide. You can probably share that slide again. Let's go to that slide. I want to share with you that slide because, you're probably thinking, how fast can you go? You can go as fast as you want to go. You can go as fast as you want to go. Where is the slide? All right, this one. No, not that one. This one. All right. So. Here we go. So how far can you go? It's really as much as you want to go. See, it took me 22 years, and then with the last 2.5 years of being coached and mentored, things have changed phenomenally. And it could be the same for you. We don't know what you need. There is something a little bit missing. The best client was not best, they're all amazing clients, but there was one that only worked with me for 2 weeks. Now I was calling, hey, what's up? What's going on? Where you at, man? You still have 5.5 months. She goes, Kamal, I'm good. I don't need anything. I'm good. I'm like, are you sure? You still have all this access. She goes, I'm good. So don't think that there's a lot of work to be done. Don't think that you're missing a lot. You're just missing a few tweaks, few adjustments. We don't know what until we get you started. To multiply your income, to multiply your investments, to really start on this journey of success, to really get what Bob Proctor figured out for 61 years in your hands, in your phone, in your iPad, so you can use it with you and your family. How did I get, how come it takes 22 years to really get to a 6-figure and then invest 2.5, multiply that by 3-4 times? Same with the investment. How? There's no magic. It's in front of our eyes. Success leaves clues, right? But are you open? Are you seeing things? Now it's almost going to start saying no to all these engagements, all these speakings, engagement, all these different places, because you got to stay focused on the goal. You got to do what you want. I got to do what I want. So I really hope I inspired you today. Hopefully you took some notes down. Welcome, Lori. Good to see you here. Thank you so much for Lori is one of my amazing real estate clients.
Did I get the times wrong today?
I think you did. Well,
did.
this is the seminar part, and then at 1 o'clock we'll start the book club. So,
Oh, okay. I can come back on.
no,
so
you're
you guys
good.
can
You're
finish up.
good. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
All right.
So with that, I just want to thank everybody for listening, and the recording is going to be available. And final chance to ask any questions that's on your mind. And like I said before, we don't leave anybody behind. We'll figure out a way. The beautiful financial arm helps a lot of people to get going, because I know you can do it. Because if I can do it, you can do it. If this guy can do it, you can do it. All right, I have a comment in the chat. Thank you, Sharon. Oh, that's good. Good to see you, Sharon, for a few days. Awesome. Thanks for the celebration thing. That's awesome. And good. All right. So with that, thank you, Bruce, for listening. And thank you, Lori, and thank you, Dean. I'm going to pause the live and the recording, and then we'll take a 5 break, and then we'll start again.
I'll stay on and take a break with you.
Okay. Sounds good. Maybe I should show the code, the link to book an appointment for those who are watching the recording. So let's go there. Let's do it now. We'll finish on that page because it's going to be recorded. Love recordings. Here we go. So yeah, if you've been listening and if this excites you and if this is something you want to help yourself or your team, book an appointment. And I look forward to speaking with all of you. Here we are. So stop. Thank you, Bruce. Have a good day. Love you, man.